Hi, thanks for watching this video. This is one in a series of videos related to key HITRUST validated assessment concepts by Accorian. My name is Stephanie Madhok. I'm a director with Compliance Services at Accorian. We're a full services cybersecurity advisory firm focusing on security strategy and consulting services, compliance services, including readiness assessments and assessments for certification for all those frameworks and standards you see on the screen, as well as penetration testing following a number of different approaches. Please reach out for any of your cybersecurity consulting needs. Today's video it focuses on reliance. We've talked about shared responsibility and inheritance in previous videos. These are all related concepts. Once shared responsibility is determined, the next consideration is how service providers can demonstrate compliance with the privacy and security requirements established in service agreements and in the HITRUST assessment. This is generally achieved through their either direct testing or audit of the service provider or through reliance upon one or more third-party reports. Inheritance and reliance are simply two different approaches to relying upon a third-party report in lieu of direct testing of a service provider. Reliance describes a scenario where the external assessor may choose to rely upon one or more report in lieu of direct testing, such as when a service provider has achieved HITRUST certification but does not participate in the inheritance program, and or the service provider can provide a SOC 2 Type 2 report or potentially other types of reports, meeting the criteria we're going to describe below. Some of the criteria for accepting a report is that the report can't be more than 1 year old. And there are some nuances of this on this depending on the report type. If you're interested in reliance, I would encourage you to read the HITRUST Assessment Handbook, section 12.3 for more details. The report must cover the scope of services that the assessed entity is acquiring from the service provider. The third party must allow the report to be shared with Accorian and HITRUST. So for example, a SOC 2 Type 1, which is generally not allowed to be shared beyond the assessed organization, would not be appropriate. The report must demonstrate a similar level of testing to that performed in a HITRUST validated assessment and follow similar guidelines to the population sampling requirements identified in HITRUST scoring rubric. The assessed entity must obtain the report from the service provider, and the assessed entity and the external assessor must identify where in the report the validated assessor can validate the HITRUST requirements were tested and the result of the test. External assessors have discretion in determining whether to accept the third-party report in lieu of direct testing of service providers. Where the organization follows a shared IT services model, the IT organization may allow a third-party report, such as a SOC 2 Type 2, to be relied upon. So that is a situation that involves internal inheritance or internal reliance. And reliance on the assessed entity's internal testing is also an option when certain criteria is met. The criteria for relying upon internal testing is very, very specific. So again, if you're interested in learning more about whether or not the organization's internal audit or testing, security testing services meet this criteria, please review the HITRUST Assessment Handbook, section 12.4 for additional details. Thanks for listening to this video.